Hello and welcome to this video. This is Jordan, Jordanparis. I don't know why I just spelled my name, Jordan Paris from Talos, Talos.co. We build systems, processes, relational databases on Airtable for businesses, web dev agencies, all sorts of digital agencies so that they can run on autopilot. So I wanted to record this quick video today because I made what I think is a pretty cool little innovation in terms of task notification automation. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So pretty much in this taskmaster table here, what happens if a task is overdue, and I'll show you how this function is, what this formula looks like in a second. If it is overdue, aka past the due date specified here. Oh, I got to pay my credit card. See that pop up. So pretty much what happens if it's overdue, then this exclamation point pops up. If it's not overdue, then there's this clock here. And if there's no due date, then there's that emoji at the bottom, the OK. And then if it's complete, then there's the rocket ship. So there's a few steps to this. There's the formula to calculate this field based on the due date, and then there's the automation, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like in Slack. So if due date is blank, then this is what it looks like. If complete is true, then rocket ship, and then if the due date is after today, then exclamation point, and if it's not, then you get this clock right here. And then I specified that in the description for people who are going in here and actually using this, because not everyone's going to know what that means. So you can take a look at this formula here, copy that, and I would just name your fields probably the same thing, so you could just copy the formula directly here, and I'll put it in the description of the video as well. And then so the automation, overdue notification automation. So what happens when a record matches conditions, if overdue contains the exclamation point. So if it matches that condition, then a couple of things happen. In Slack, we send a message, field values. So task name assigned to this person is overdue. And again, I'll show you what this looks like without all the variables. Name, can you please reply in this thread? So task owner, can you please reply in this thread with a status update? And then it links to the task URL, and then it copies the people in Slack so that they get notified directly in Slack, and it goes right to the general channel so that they get like totally embarrassed and that they don't they don't let tasks slip again. So they get called out in the channel, and I took a really long time to figure out, like, okay, how do I actually link to the Slack, to their name in Slack? Because if you just type, if someone's Slack name is @JP, you can't just type @JP in here. Like, it won't work. So, and you can't also just type their Slack ID or @their Slack ID. You have to use a concatenate function formula. So pretty much there has to be a lookup field first, right? The task owner Slack ID and the who assigned this task Slack ID, because you want both of those people to be notified. So I put in the employee directory their Slack IDs, and that's all. I just did the same because this is a demo base. So you've got the Slack IDs there, and then I did the lookup field for the task owner Slack ID and who assigned this task Slack ID. And then what you have to do is concatenate it with this function here. So concatenate, and then you could just copy this, and I'll put it in the description as well. And that, if you put that field into the automation, okay, right? It's at the bottom here. Field values, concatenated, who assigned. So I put that field in there, not the lookup field version of it, but the concatenate version. Using, of course, this plus, I put that in here. just like this, right? And I'm going to hit back. So that will then link it so that the people will actually be mentioned in Slack. And then the other thing I did here is update the record in Taskmaster. When it is overdue, we upgrade the priority to priority 0, due now. And so it'll just update that field right here. So what does this look like in Slack? And this is what gets me really excited, because those people are mentioned. This is what it looks like. Another test task. So this task assigned to this person is overdue. Sierra, can you please reply in this thread with a status update? And Sierra's mentioned right there. I did this one, the text in this one, a little bit differently than the example you just saw. Task URL. I think I did. Task URL. Here it is. And then carbon copy at the task owner. Or not. That's the person who assigned the task. So the manager gets notified. And Sierra is, of course, the owner of the task. So I was pretty excited about that. It took me a long time to figure out. I mean, it was like an hour and 18 minutes or so. A lot of tests, a lot of tests. But it was rewarding. It was a good experience, and I am very happy with the end result. If you have any questions, let me know. Reach out. And if you want us to build all of this for you, that and a lot more, the employee directory base, build a whole sales CRM custom built from scratch, build a project management system from scratch based on your business. If you're interested in those things, reach out to us at Talos, go talos.co, and get a free systems audit, and we will talk with you. Alrighty. Enjoy your day. Be well.